always there's going to be a pain and a risk associated with forming a relationship with another person, whether that be a friend, a parent, or somebody in the shop that you bump into. And as we are moving through the world and our own experience, there's these moments and these windows to connect with each other. And we, for better or for worse, are living in a time where it's possible more so than ever to shut a lot of these windows, a lot of these doors to connect with each other. And we do this for excellent reason because of this pain, this risk that I discussed at the beginning. So the other day, I went to the restaurant with a friend of mine and we sit down to order, and I want to order this one thing and they don't have it. And then the woman's like talking in Japanese to me and it's kind of annoying. And, there's this sort of interaction and end up the food's not very good. And, the meeting with my friend is kind of awkward. And then I go home and it's like, feels like a bit of a waste of time. Right. And then the next day I'm on my app and I order Uber Eats from a place that I ordered from before. It arrives to my house. The delivery guy leaves it on my doorstep. There's no interaction, and I eat my food, and then I go to bed. And that interaction is just so comfortable, and it's not interaction. That experience is so comfortable by contrast that why wouldn't I choose it all the time? And it's because these moments where we overlap with each other, there's this sort of channel where we can connect, but we also become interdependent. And in a way, we can affect each other's mood, we can affect each other's lives. And people are becoming incredibly resistant to this actually happening. I can feel as I start to become close to somebody and they open up to me, and I start to feel a kind of responsibility for their state. Maybe they feel a responsibility for mine. And I'm constantly judging whether or not that's actually something that I want to do, because everybody has their baggage and their problems. And it's really not necessary to to take these on. I can stay inside my bubble, and I can jerk it off to pornography instead of having a partner, or I can um, order food on an app instead of going out, my groceries. A lot of things can just be bought and sold. And so we end up in a situation where these overlaps with other people become increasingly rare and fleeting and also shallow. And recently, I needed my father's help with something practical. And so I started talking with him about it, and he got kind of pissed with me because I guess it's just stressful. And so then I'm in a position where I think, well, it would be better for me to not have to ask for his advice or his support with this issue. But then again, that is how relationships operate. It's about understanding each other's flaws and then just choosing to keep that relationship moving. And I think it's a lot easier to lose friends now as much as it is to difficult to make them. And this is part of the reason, because all friendship and all relationship is built on interdependence. It is a transactional situation, as loath as I am to admit it. And it's not transactional in the sense that that's a conscious thing, but there's a kind of mutual benefit associated with allowing somebody to exist in your life, um, kind of with the rough and the smooth, so to speak. You take on a certain amount of responsibility for them and vice versa. But as the need for that responsibility is diminished through the existence of technologies that replace social relationships, then it becomes a lot easier to just pick people up and put them down. And that might feel like it's not a problem, but the relationship itself is a byproduct. It's not the actual central thing, I think, that is the reason why people connect. You'll find that you'll connect with a person for a pragmatic reason. Maybe they help you with something, or you have a co-interest in a certain topic. And then before you know it, you're in relationship with that person, you're friends with them, and they're opening up to you about their home life or their professional life or whatever. They're your friend now. Um, but that friendship is always obtained indirectly. But for better or for worse, there will always be moments of crisis. There will always be situations, mercifully, where we do still need other people. For example, when my mum passed away, it was not enough to just process that in my own space. I needed to speak with and to hug and to have love and communication with other people that also knew her. And that's part of the grieving process. And then until there's an app that helps us to grieve, then that will always be the case. And as a byproduct of that, I now have closer relationships with those people, and they can call on me and I can call on them. There's a kind of overlap that's been increased. But I also have to accept the problems and the issues that exist within that overlap if I'm able to sustain that relationship. And that, more than ever, has to become a conscious decision, because it's really not necessary for us to be friends with each other anymore in the same way as I think it used to. And so I'm sitting with the discomfort and the pain of that. There's a lot of people that I've lost touch with over the years. And I think it's for this reason, is because we just didn't need each other anymore. So let me know what you think of this reality as I see it. And how do the relationships in your life mirror this interdependence that I talk about? Are there people you're friends with that you don't really derive any practical benefit from that friendship? You just choose to be friends anyway. Let me know your thoughts, and thanks for your time.